Imagine never giving a fuck. Everybody judges you. Everybody has this opinion about what you should do. Imagine never giving a fuck. How much better would you feel? How would your life look? Well, I'll tell you, from my personal experience, my life has gotten significantly better. And I don't mean just a little bit. I mean like night and day. I am one of the happiest people you have ever seen because I honestly don't care. And I want to help you do the same. I want to help you be able to distinguish from the people who are holding you back, the people who make you feel bad, versus the people who make you feel good. Now, you have to understand a few things. Just because you don't care what people think doesn't mean you shouldn't consider it. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't listen to what they say. If I'm here telling you that it's better for you to not care what people think, almost always I'll be right. However, there are people there who have positive intentions in mind. There are people there who are saying the right things. People who have more knowledge, people who have more experience, and people who are there to help you get to your results. Sometimes the truth hurts. People don't want to know the truth. They like to live in this fantasy because they don't have to deal with the pain. I'm here to only tell you the truth. I'm going to be blunt with you. If you don't care what people think, not only do they start to care what you think, but you start to feel exponentially better because you no longer rely on external validation for your internal happiness. That is the key to actual, true happiness. Not caring what people think. Because if I walk around constantly caring what you think, what that person thinks, what someone else thinks, I will always, almost always, never truly be happy. How can I really be happy if I care what other people think? Because as soon as somebody doesn't like me, I'm not going to be happy. But there's a way to do this. As a matter of fact, there are steps that you can take right now that will allow you to never worry. You won't care what people think about you anymore. So I'm going to help you out. Number one, take a deep breath. You're going to do this 3 or 4 times. Now, as I'm speaking here, I want you to take a few slow, deep breaths. But I'm going to teach you a method called box breathing. Not only will this eradicate any stress or anxiety you have, but it will immediately relax you and relieve you of any negative emotions that have been built up in your body. Now, this is a process that occurs that Navy SEALs and Army Rangers are trained to do. Army Rangers and Navy SEALs have significantly less PTSD than regular soldiers, and the reason is because they learn box breathing and a few other techniques to manage their stress. Now, the problem with stress, besides the fact that it kills you, is it also prevents you from feeling completely confident. It prevents you from being able to tap into the emotions that give you true power. Now, as you continue to take a slow breath in, I want you to hold it at the top for 4 seconds. Then you're going to exhale twice as long as you did inhale. So it'll be all the way to the bottom, and you'll hold that for 4 seconds. Now what this does is it activates your frontal cortex. You cannot be stressed and relaxed at the same time. Now, things will put you into fight or flight. The reason we're in fight or flight is so when back in the day when you were in nature and there was a bear or a wolf or an enemy tribe or someone was about to kill you, your brain was always on the lookout. Your senses sharpen, you're able to focus on the things that are necessary. But it was only supposed to be a temporary emotion. In today's society, people get stressed based off of how people make them feel, by the judgment they give them, by their boss. You need to control your stress. As soon as you do that, immediately you start carrying less. Now, believe it or not, if you did this properly, you'll already not only be more relaxed, but you won't really care what people think about you. That's step number 1. Step number 2. Ask yourself, what do you love about who you are? What do you love about who you are? Not what don't you like. Most people go in front of the mirror and they're like, I don't like this, this, and this. Don't look in the mirror at what you don't like. For a second, imagine yourself, imagine your body. What do you love about yourself? What do you love about your physique, your face, your personality? There has to be things, because if you're focusing on what you don't like rather than what you do, immediately, what are you going to do? You're going to turn to others for external validation. You're going to look to others to give you compliments. You're going to look to others to find that love that you never have. Because the truth is, if you don't love yourself, you have a hole. And that hole needs to be filled somehow. The body and the mind like to be in homeostasis. And the way to do this is by getting rid of pain. When you have a hole in your heart because you don't love yourself, you will look for external love. But that's not healthy, because oftentimes we look for the wrong places. Because the people that are actually valuable, the people that are actually healthy to be around, you probably don't feel like you deserve to be around. You don't feel like you're good enough. And when you don't feel good enough, you're not gonna actually believe them. So you'll go back to the people who validate the fact that you're not good enough. You see, what you believe about yourself is what you will attract externally. If you think you're not valuable, if you think you're not beautiful, if you think you're not cool to be around, what kind of people will you be around? The same kinds of people. The relationships you have are a projection of yourself. The life you have with others is a projection of yourself. So what I need you to do is to start to change this image. What do you love about yourself? I used to look in the mirror and I would literally hate myself. I was fat. I had no confidence. I didn't have any real friends. I didn't know this was actually possible. But I remember looking in the mirror one time and I found something I liked. I was listening to a joke in my mind. I was replaying a joke and it was really stupid. But it goes like this. Why did the cow cross the road? To get to the other side. It sounds so stupid. It sounds so lame. It's not even funny. But I remember I ran that through my head and I started laughing. I don't know why. I think I was in a bad mood and anything would have cheered me up. And I remember looking at my eyes and it made me laugh. It made me smile. I'm like, wow, I have beautiful eyes. I have a happy smile. And instead of looking at all the negative things, all of a sudden I started to see myself differently. And I started to look at the things I liked and I saw what could get better. And that motivated me and I started working out. I lost 24 pounds in 1 month. I went from someone who was severely overweight. Every time I went to the doctor, they would tell me, you're overweight. You're at risk for high blood pressure, for diabetes. You're at risk for an early heart attack. And in 1 month, I lost 24 pounds and I gained a bunch of muscle. I became an athlete. I started to love myself. And then as I did that, believe it or not, I started to attract more amazing people. I thought that if I got better, I would lose the people I have. And it's true, you will. You will lose the people in your life that are not good for you. Because once you start to love yourself more, you will not accept when people don't treat you with respect. You will not accept when people don't value you. Instead, you'll realize that your own value is so high, you will never settle for anything less. So what do? Well, number one, you'll start to attract amazing people who support you. You see, winners cheer on winners, champions cheer on champions. And if you start to think like a champion, you start to feel like a winner, you're gonna attract other winners and champions into your life. And that'll be your new friend group. And as you continue to level up, either with them or with others, you'll attract new people. Beautiful people. And I don't just mean on the outside, I mean on the inside. People who will love you. You see, once you fill this hole inside of your heart, once you fill this hole inside of you, you start to change. There's something really powerful with the idea of actually loving yourself, with taking a step back, relaxing, and not giving a fuck about what people think. You see, most people will tell you negative things. But I want to remind you of one thing, just to get you started. Have you ever seen a hater that's doing better than you, at least emotionally? They might have more money, they might have more girls, but there's something they feel they don't have better than you, which is why they are hating on you. Haters will never, ever feel like they're better than you. Someone who's actually doing better wants to help you up. Unless they're insecure in some way and they see that you have more potential, then they'll try and keep you down. That's a hater. You want to be around people who love themselves because then they can love you. And in order for you to love yourself, you have to start to see the positive things. And I don't care who you are, there is always something amazing about you. There are always amazing features that you have. You have to start giving yourself more credit. And as you do, I promise you, not only will your life change, the people around you will change, you'll feel happier, you'll start to win. And if there's one thing I can tell you, it's that I have not only created, I've been blessed to not only create an amazing support system for myself in my personal life, but even in my business, where I have these incredible clients. I'm so picky as to who I allow into my coaching, because I only want supportive people, and oftentimes I like to do things in groups. I have seminars and group coaching programs, and I love to introduce them to each other because I love seeing people win, and I love when they help each other win. I love when people make new friends, lifelong friends. They make connections and relationships with people who will not only love them, but support them for the rest of their lives. If you're interested in entering the most incredible group of people you've ever seen in your life and have me personally coach you to your potential, so you can not only learn how to love yourself, but learn how to not care about all the negative things in your life so you can enjoy every single moment for the rest of your life, click the link below right now and schedule a call with me or someone from my team. We will change your life together. I'll introduce you to an amazing group of people, and I cannot wait to have you be a part of our big family. Click that link right now. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.